am your host for the show, U to the K to the E to the T, Phuket Friday. And this is time for you to buckle up because, of course, it is time to level up your career journey. We will take a break. When we return, we'll be looking at an episode on the Careerx show, which is exploring diverse career paths. Last week, we did justice to exploring tools like MBTI and Strength Finder tools. This week, we'll be going on another level, right? So don't go nowhere. Stay locked in because your future starts now. Don't touch that dial.
And I'll be your facilitator for today. My name remains Abby. Today we'll be talking about exploring diverse career paths. Exploring diverse career paths. Remember, our goal and our aim of this show is to guide you to the success and roles and individual in life. The progression of jobs and roles an individual undertakes throughout their working life. I'll come again with a different scenario this time around. Career path or career paths are those different roles you have handled, are those different jobs you have done, are those different entrepreneurship skills you have, are those different technical skills you have, or summing up your portfolio, or summing up and building a particular career line. So all of this is what we refer to as career paths. Now, in a nutshell, what is the importance of exploring different career paths? It helps individuals to align their passions, strengths, values, and lifestyle with work. For you to explore different career paths, it aids your journey. Some persons go into different careers for different reasons. People go into careers just because their friends are in that career path. People go into careers because they know this is where the oil well is, where the money is flowing. People go into careers, different careers, because that's where their passion lies. People do things for the love. People do things for the money. People do things for the show. People do things for entertainment. All of this strengthens and boosts your career path. So we'll be going into the why. Why? Why explore different career paths? Why should we explore career paths? I'll go down that path by explaining one, self-discovery. Exploring diverse career paths, you will notice that you will be, from an initial explanation on the importance of exploring different career paths, I made mention of strengths and passion. Exploring different career paths will give you this leverage, will give you the advantage to understand where your passion lies, where your strength lies, where your interest itself lies. So it will help you discover your own self, where your talents are, where your interests and values lies. The next we'll consider would be adaptability. Adaptability. The job market nowadays are very dynamic. They are fast changing. They are fast evolving. They keep moving. Every day you go to the market, things change. Every day you meet new people, new ideas are coming up. Everything, in short, the world is on a frantic race. So exploring different career paths will give you the leverage of adaptability, your ability to adapt. Remember last week, when we were talking about the SMART career goals, we also talked about flexibility, the ability for you to adapt to different working environment, the ability for you to adapt to the changes in the society, the ability for you to adapt to the difference in your workspace. So again, we'll be looking at opportunity. Why explore different career paths? Why explore different career paths? Now, we are Nigerians, and we know for sure that if you were once an accountant, the accounting industry right now in Nigeria is overflooded with too many professionals. The accounting market has become so stiff that opportunities have become so rare. Your ability to explore other career paths will give you leverage of maybe going into marketing. Your ability to explore other career paths will give you the leverage to even go into entrepreneurship. Ability to explore other career paths will also give you the leverage to do a lot of other things to scale through the harsh, fast-changing economy of our country. So if you stick yourself to the knowledge of accounting, you stick yourself and you tie yourself down to accounting and accounting and accounting alone, you might as well go out of the job market. You might as well lose your job because the space of accounting is fast changing and is moving rapidly, too much of competition. Again, we'll talk about personal growth. So now, trying different paths builds resilience, skills, and networks. Trying different career paths builds resilience, skills, and networks. By that we mean by the time you have tried option A, you have tried option B, you have tried option C, you have tried option D. You have understood where your passions lie. You have understood where your strengths lie. You have understood if you want to choose your career path based on the lifestyle, if you want to choose the career path based on your strengths. It will help you build skills in these different career paths that you have indulged yourself in. It will help you build resilience and networks. You will have the connection. Let me use the Nigerian parallel. You have the connection to navigate the Nigerian system. So moving on, we'll be talking about categories of career paths. Categories of career paths. Categories of career paths, the different categories we have where you can choose your career paths from. So one on our list, we have the traditional professionals. The traditional professional, for the traditional professions. For the traditional professions, we have examples. We have examples like medicine. We have law. We have accounting. We have engineering. And lots of others. So all of this fall into the traditional professions or categories of career paths. Traditional categories of career paths. Next on our list, we have creative industries. Examples here would include writing, graphics, graphic design, and lots of others under that category. We have writing, graphic design, film, content. In fact, Nigerians, we can relate to this particular category so much. Right now, we are in the world of, we are in Nigeria of different influencers. You go to TikTok, Nigeria occupy a large space, then you go to Facebook, we are dominant. You go to all the social media platforms. In fact, every youth in Nigeria today wants to create a content. So I think this creative industry works even better for Nigerians. The next category we have to talk about is the technical and IT career category. Technical and IT. An examples here would be software engineering, Examples here will be web development. Examples here will be data. Examples here would be products, product management, and a lot of others. So all of this fits into the typical of technical and IT career paths. The next I want to go into would be entrepreneurship. Examples of entrepreneurship would be self-owned, self-owned businesses, and lots of others. So I will give a list of other categories that fall under the different categories of career paths. So that includes the social impact career. We have the emerging field, fictional. Are some of the most popular categories of career paths out there. All of this, you can choose one, you can choose two, you can choose more than one to indulge yourself, to grab the skills necessary for them, to make yourself versatile, to make yourself diverse. Today, remember, we are talking about exploring diverse career paths. So now we move on to how do we explore this career paths? How to explore career options? How to explore career options? Once we talk about tools like MBTIS, we talked about tools like Holan Tools and lots of others of them to do self-assessment, the self-assessment techniques. So the first surviving on how to explore career path is self assessment tools. Example as I already mentioned would be the MBTI. Another one would be and lots of others. The next on how to explore different career paths would be research. Research. Read about industries, salary, expectations, and growth trends. How to explore career options. You don't just wake in the morning with that initiative in your mind. You don't just wake in the morning without being informed. You don't wake in the morning with no information and just choose to dive into a particular career path. You might fail, you might lose. So you read about particular companies, you read about particular industries, you check about the roles that best fits your skills, the roles that best fits your strengths, the roles that best fits your passion, the roles that best fit your social status, the roles that best fits your salary expectation. All of this research helps you to explore career options. Next, we'll be talking about networking. Talking to professionals is not about it. Listening to professionals in fields that interest you talk are not bad things. Going for seminars, going for talk shows, listening to documentaries on that field, attending seminars, and information interviews. All of these are necessary into helping you with your career options. When you listen to good professionals talk, I mean, we in the tech world, listening to men like Bill Gates talk, listening to people like Zuckerberg talk, they will not just motivate you, but they can help you streamline your choice into the tech space. So networking goes a long way into helping you decide, into helping you choose or explore career options. Also, so internships are of volunteering jobs. So it's mostly and most especially for students, especially out of the university community, volunteering and doing internships in different industries that interest you helps you choose a career that helps you choose a career within that particular industry, helps you build a career within that particular workspace, helps you motivate you, helps to create more interest, helps to build more skills for you, and help you develop and grow yourself in such career path. So again, I want us to talk about mentorship. 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 Find a mentor in fields you are interested in. It is very, very necessary. You need a guide. No one knows it all. Like the church people would say, you have to lead us by the hand. Hold us since you know the way. Show us the way. You need someone who have gone through that phase where you are, who is succeeding, who has scaled through that particular career that you are vibing for, that you are going for. Go to the person, let the person be your mentor, let the person teach you, let the person coach you, let the person help you, and trust me, you will scale through that career path. So, to consider, common factors to consider while choosing a career path. Common factors to consider. Common factors to consider while choosing a career path. Number one, personal interests. Number two, work-life balance. Number three, financial goals. Job stability. Growth opportunities. This and lots more are factors you should consider while choosing a career path. As you are on your journey of exploring different careers, you should consider these factors: personal interests or passions, your work-life balance, what interests you more, or we can add one, company culture. All of these factors will aid you in choosing a career path. So I want to give us a case study before we wrap this up. A case study of a man that studied in the University of Calabar. He's prominent, he's doing well. His first degree in the University of Calabar, he graduated with honors in geology and mining. He went on into mining, he went on into digging of boreholes, as we call it in Nigeria, and lots of other things. Then he went on again back into Unital, the same school, to do business administration, and still graduated with honors in business administration. He even went further to even do an MBA in business administration. After that, he still went into ICANN and did his ICANN studies and still graduated from ICANN and was even chapter. This is one person moving from geology and mining to business to accounting, and currently as I'm speaking to you, he's in politics. One person exploring different career paths. Trust me, he's not failing in any of them. He's doing well, he's doing good, he's a professional in all of these fields. But he thinks his strengths right now, he thinks his portfolio right now, and he thinks the position that best fits him right now is in politics. And there he is, and he's doing well. So, dear friends, dear students, dear listeners, do not tie yourself down to a single career path. Explore other options. We are Nigerians, we are strong, we are versatile. Don't keep yourself waiting for one path to evolve. Why not try another? Take option B, take option A, build up strengths, build up goals, build up skills, build up resilience, and trust me, you will excel in your career journey. So, today, as we take questions from our viewers on the show. So, stay tuned as we come back with the questions and answers. Thank you.
In the People's Paradise, it's Unico Radio International, Cross River Estates, Nigeria, 103.5 FM, education, information, and entertainment. Greatest of the greatest of the greatest of the great. Wherever you are, raise up your hands in the air. We break like that. In the People's Paradise, it's Unico Radio International, Cross River Estates, Nigeria, 103.5 FM, education, information, and entertainment.
It is midday. Good afternoon, and welcome to the news on Unico Radio International, 103.5 FM. And it is the news update at 1. My name is Divana Bobby. Taking through the home sin. The government of Cross River State has assured workers that Senator Bassirou II-led administration will continue to prioritize their welfare as part of effort to engender development across the nook and cranny of the state. Dr. Erasmus Ekman, the State Commissioner for Information, stated this in an interview in Calabar on Saturday. It noted that aside from the full implementation of the 70,000 Naira minimum wage, the government has provided a conducive working environment for assuring the productivity of the civil servants. He also stated that since the advent of the present administration, the government has pursued reluctantly clearing the backlog of promotion areas and kickstarted payment of unpaid retiree gratuities. Dating back to 2024, the commissioner strongly debunked the claim that the state is yet to implement the payment of the new minimum wage as sent to by the President Bola Tinubu in 2024. While speaking on the unpaid gratuity, Ekman acknowledged the financial burden inherited by this administration, noting that tackling the backlog remains a top priority, while disclosing that the government has started it with the release of 10 billion naira. Meanwhile, he expressed deep concern from the retiree who dedicated over 3 decades of service to the state only to face hardship due to unpaid entitlement. Still in the state news, Cross River State has received another boost in its sanitation drive as the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, through its state representative, Orok Duke, donated 79 additional to the state government. The latest consignments received in Calabar by the Commissioner for Environment, Honorable Moses Oshoki, brings the total number of being donated by the Commissioner to over 200. However, the initiative is aimed at reinforcing the state commitment to environmental hygiene and its outstanding reputation as the clean and green destination for tourism and investment. Duke, who facilitated the donation, noted that the NDDC's support aligned with the Cross River environmental policies, while assuring the people of the state that no effort will be spared to ensure or receive all entitlement due to them from the Commission. Moving on, Edo State's Governor Abiodun Oyebaji on Monday distributed check totaling 155 billion naira as compensation to those whose properties were acquired for the construction of the Ikere-Akure dualization project. Oyebuji stated that the money of land valuation and payment from exhausted involvement on the affected property. He added that transparency and fair disbursement of the fund was his administration priority, affirming that due process was followed. Governor Oyebaji, who was represented by his deputy governor, Mrs. Muisha De Afuyo, spoke at the Akure Ekiti while flagging off the disbursement of compensation to affected properties owners. He assured the citizen that embarking on projects that will add value and create vitals of economic activities and business development will continue to demonstrate the priority list of his administration. Elsewhere, the Association of Nigerian Private Medical Practitioners called on the federal government to address the mounting debt of over 200 billion naira owed to its members for emergency medical service rendered to patients. The association president, Dr. K. Adeshola, explained that the debt has accumulated since 2014, lamenting that private practitioners continue to shoulder their financial burden with no compensation. Speaking exclusively with Newsman Healthwise at the 47th International Conference and Annual General Meeting of the Association, the Association of Nigerian Private Medical Practitioner President stated that despite the establishment of the National Emergency Medical Service and Ambulance Sector Fund in 2018 to cover emergency care costs, private hospitals are still owing money for life-saving treatment they have provided. Adeshola, however, expressed the infrastructure or the frustration that while private hospitals have consistently adhered to the law by promptly attending to all emergency cases, the government has allegedly failed to reimburse them for the expenses incurred during this treatment. Coming up next on your one Ado Infotainment, Unico 103.5 FM, is foreign entertainment, lifestyle, and sport update. We will be right back shortly. Stay with us. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. If you were just joining us, you are still onto the news update by one on your best Ado Infotainment radio station, Unico 103.5 FM. Taking you through the foreign scene. U.S. media reported on Monday that U.S. President Donald Trump has agreed to soften the impact of tariff on automakers that have been hit by multiple levies. The move comes ahead of a Donald Trump rally planned for Tuesday night near Detroit to mark the president's first 100 days in office. The shift means companies paying 25% tariff on car import would also pay other duties such as those on steel and aluminum. However, the administration is also following some enforcement on foreign auto part levies and were supposed to take effect on May 3rd. Now in entertainment. Celebrity entrepreneur and socialite Cubana Chief Priest was left humiliated after being denied entry to the 17th Edis Award at the Landmark Event Center in Lagos on Sunday, April 27, 2025. The incident occurred due to his lack of invitation card, sparking mixed reaction online. In a vital video posted by Romy Golel TV on TikTok, Cubana Chief Priest was seen arguing with security personnel at the entrance, attempting to gain access to the event. However, despite his large life and connection to top artists, including being close friends with Davido, he wasn't exempted from the strict invitation protocol. Meanwhile, the Edis ceremony was attended by prominent personalities including Lagos Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Juma Jux, Nancy Sime, and Bamidele Olawume, popularly known as Bam Bam. While notable winners include Odumodu Black, Late Mohbad, Davido Term, and Rema. In the sport update, Real Madrid coach Carlo Ancelotti has agreed to take over Brazilian national team. The veteran Italian has one more year on his contract with the Spanish giant, but after quarterfinal Champions League elimination by Arsenal and Copa del Rey. Defeat by rival Barcelona is prone to depart the Banished bird. Ancelotti has not even got the potential exit words on the card and said his future was a topic for the next week after defeat by Barca on Saturday. Spanish media report Ancelotti would take over ahead of 2026 World Cup qualifier in June, leaving Madrid before the club World Cup start in the United States this summer. This is our package for today on your best 8 infotainment station, Unicorn 103.5 FM. This was edited by Ukon Ndarake. My name is Divine Bobby. Enjoy the rest of our broadcast and good afternoon to you.
Paradise. It's Unicorn Radio in Cross River Estates, Nigeria. 103.5 FM. Education and entertainment. Greatest of the greatest of the greatest of the great. Wherever you are, raise up your hands and we break like die.
Right. Good afternoon, dear listeners. Good afternoon, Malabites and Malaverses. Good afternoon, our listeners from out of campus. Once again, if you are just joining us, this is the Careerxhub show on Unica Radio International 103.5 FM, the radio station that offers you education beyond barriers. Earlier on, we had a very educative and insightful session on exploring diverse career paths. If you had listened earlier, I believe that you've learned one thing or two, right, from our facilitator who, of course, took our time to explain what career path means, what career itself means, and of course, ways to explore diverse career paths. I believe he was also able to explain the possibility of transitioning from one career path to another. Right about now, we are going to be taking some questions that have, come to our inbox, and we are going to be treating these questions. I hope that you pay attention, and also so that you can find the responses, the answers that you need, to some of the questions that you possibly have had in the course of this session. I'm not going to be doing this alone. I am here on the studio with my team members from the Careerxhub. I have with me in the studio Mr. Ape Victor. Can you say hi to the listeners?
Hi, guys.
Great. Also joining us in the studio, we have Mr. Samuel Ben David. Mr. Samuel Ben David, say hi.
Hello, guys.
Great. I like the fact that I said say hi and I said hello. Right? I mean, we are talking about having diverse options, right?
Yeah.
And yes, I mean, it's good and it's okay to have your own choice of career path, your own way of going or doing things, right? So quickly, let us jump into the questions that we have in our inbox. The first question is, what if I choose the wrong career path? So, Mr. Victor, earlier on, you explained, you did a whole lot teaching around career paths, exploring diverse career paths. So someone is asking, what if I choose the wrong career path? I would like you to begin by responding to that. What should the person do?
Well, I would say to the person that no knowledge is a waste.
Mm,
There is no knowledge you gather from your journey, from the career that you think is not the right one for you. Right? So knowledge is like energy. You can only transfer, you cannot create nor destroy. So this knowledge within you can be transferred and pivoted into the career you think best describes or best fits your skill sets or best fits your strength level or best fits your passion. So no knowledge is a waste.
No knowledge is a waste. So the skills that are developed in a particular career path can be transferred to another. Is that what you were saying? Okay, great. To make this person to help the transitioning, from that particular career path to the other. So are you saying, for instance, if I am a web developer, or better still, I'm into web development, I develop some skills, coding, is that what it's called? Programming and all of that. And then tomorrow I want to go into data analysis. There are certain skill sets that I've learned from web development that will help me, transition to data analysis. Or maybe not likely data analysis, but there is like another career path that would likely fit with certain things that I've learned on data analytics. Cool. Mr. Ben David, do you have something to say here?
Yeah, based on that, being a web developer, one tradition of data analysis.
Yeah.
It's downward.
Okay.
It work because as a web developer, I work with database and all the stuff like SQL. So when transitioning to data analysis, it will be more easy said because SQL and all those database.
They have basic foundation.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
And not just those skills. We on this show we have been talking about soft skills. They are universal skills.
Yeah.
So you're a web developer, you've learned the skill of teamwork. Going into data analysis is still in use.
Okay.
When you are a web developer, you must know how your website communicates with people. So you've also learned the skill of communication, receiving feedback, active communication. You are giving out the content and receiving feedback. Going into data analysis, your role is to analyze data and expect this data analysis give you positive feedback. So I think there are universal skills you have gathered from your role as a web developer that you can transfer also and transition them into being a data analysis.
Great.
So I think knowledge is
Very, very wonderful responses to that question. Once again, I think it's important for me to mention this. If you're just joining us, this is the Careerx show. This is that show where we share expert advice, of course, strategies that would help you and guide you on your career journey. If you are joining us and you would like to give your opinion on what we are talking about so far, you can call our hotlines. Feel free if you want to have questions to ask. You can call our hotlines via 0809 444 058. Again, the hotline is 0809 444 058. Meanwhile, you can also stream the program via YouTube, our YouTube channel. You can simply search for Unicorn Radio International on YouTube, and as well as the Radio Garden. You can also look us up at Unicorn Rain, right? Let us say follow our social media handles for you to be able to follow this program and the show while we are on it. So let's quickly go on to the second question. The second question in our inbox says, how do I know which career is right for me? I mean, like I will always say, every Nigerian is a whole lot in one person, right? So how do we choose a certain career? How do we know that this career is the right one for me, the one that I should go with? So, Mr. Victor, you want to start?
Like I said earlier, while I was still teaching, you start first by understanding your own strengths.
Understand your own strengths.
Right, you must understand your own strengths first. Your strengths would help you to shape you. Okay, I know that I am very good with analytics.
Yeah.
I don't have to go into storytelling. My job is to analyze and produce useful info about this particular set of data given to me.
Yeah.
Now, that alone have helped me identify my strengths. So I know that I should go into statistics, into statistical line, go into being a statistician, a data analyst, or a mathematician. I should go into something, or computing. Because I know that my strength is in analyzing and producing info.
Great. So you have just mentioned one point, which I think is a whole lot, understanding your strengths. That's the foundation. That's where the whole journey begins. So, Mr. Ben David, would you want to add to that?
Yes. Should I say, let me start by saying where you find yourself, like where much time you spend. So during our school days, like 400 level, so we have to go for internship.
Yeah.
So we are pushed to different industries. So we went to this place and we are working, and some of us loved what we did. And we thought it was the right thing to do because it was the right stuff for us. Or some of us did not. So you need to like change. You understood that this is not my strength, this is not what I want to do, this is not what I have passion for. You change to the current ones.
Okay, great responses there, and I hope that our listeners are picking a point or two from our responses. So I think we'll take two more questions before we call it a day, right? The third question here is, can I switch careers after investing years in one field? Okay, so I feel like this is quite the worries of many young people, because you see, the some of us spend so many years in school, especially in the Nigerian educational system.
some of us spend 5 years in school to read a particular degree, to study a particular degree. At the end of the day, you find yourself doing something else. You know, you will find someone who read agriculture in the banking sector, someone who studied math and statistics as a pilot, you know, do one thing or the other that wasn't related to the earlier degree. Now, what happens to the years this person has spent? This, of course, you have said that no knowledge is a waste, right? But I know some persons still find themselves in this mix, in this fix of what happens. Can I switch a career after, you know, investing so many years in learning a particular work? Maybe I learned how to become a mechanic for 6 years, 7 years, and after that my master settles me. Can I switch career at this point?
Start afresh.
You know, and start afresh. I think I would like to start with Mr. Ben David, right? Yeah. So what's your opinion on that?
Absolutely, yes. When I was in, I have a friend that switched career 3 times.
Three
Times.
that's 3 career paths.
Yes.
Whoa.
He started with web development and
Okay.
software engineering. He shift to networking engineering,
Yeah.
cloud engineering.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's presently working as a cloud engineer.
Okay.
You can switch anytime.
I see what you did there. All of these 3 career paths were almost like in the same line. Yeah, so in the IT, I think tech space. So okay, cloud engineering and networking engineering. Okay. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. I think that's another tactics, you know, that we can use. Find something that is related to what you are doing. You know, maybe one of those areas too that you can easily switch to without really affecting, without really losing the years of experience you've gathered and the resources you invested into, you know, that particular position that you are. So, Mr. Victor, you want to add
Yeah,
something to
I
that?
would want to say you started by saying being in Nigeria is a whole lot.
It's a whole lot.
So let me agree with you again on that. Truly, being in Nigeria, life they win you to 0. Now, you cannot be dying. People go into different careers for different reasons. Today, my want may be money. I might not actually, this career path I'm choosing may not be because I am interested in it.
Yeah.
My motivation might not be my passion.
Yeah.
My motivation, my drive today might be for the money.
Yeah.
I want to build up strong financial stability.
Yeah.
Okay, now I have done this particular job on this particular career path for 15 years. And checking my stability, financial stability, I am quite stable now. I think it is only good to prolong my life by doing what I love. Trust me, when you find yourself doing what you're not passionate about, you would see that you're actually reducing your joy level. You become so stereotypic. You become like a machine.
Okay.
But when you want to be real flexible is when you are building out of your own passion. So people could switch career path along the line. You see medical doctors becoming politicians.
Okay.
Successful.
I think that's very easy to switch. I mean, especially in our clients, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can just wake up today and decide to go into politics. You don't need to, in most cases, especially if you're not a civil servant, you don't need to abandon your profession as a medical doctor, as an engineer, as a lawyer.
But these are 2 career paths.
Yes, that's 2 career
my
paths.
point.
I think that's like picking up another career path, you know, to join to
So
another one.
reasons for choosing a career can also be the reason why you should abandon such career path.
Okay.
I could love music, but right now I'm into tech because the selling point of Nigerian career system today is tech.
Yeah.
So I'm into tech today, not because I love tech. My passion is in music.
Yeah.
I could be a dancer. I want to dance, but I know that dancing now may not sell me except TikTok will help my life. So I would prefer to become something as a medical doctor.
Yeah.
So I can still go back into dancing in the future while I'm still actually practicing. So I wanted financial stability. I wanted to guide my future while doing something I'm not passionate about. But later in the years to come, I switch back into what I love doing. So,
oh, great.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, yes, please.
Like what you said, switching and not losing the other job.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of forex traders when they want to start learning, they abandon their former job. Totally just to learn. But it's very bad because how will you work with your enemy and how will you stay?
Okay, there are means of transitioning. It's not smart.
It's not simple.
Okay, so what you are saying in essence is, if the person wants to transition, you should not abandon completely what you were doing.
What you were doing.
But transition gradually, so you will not break.
Transition gradually. I think that's the word. Transition gradually, so that you don't wake up and resign from your current job because you want to take up
Hobby.
a hobby. Yes. I think that's it. Because some persons just wake up and they have this dream, they have this passion. No, I'm passionate about music. I want to start music. And then boom, they just putting their resignation letter from the place that is putting food in their table and also helping their families. Remember that we already say that, I mean, for most Nigerians, your job is not just for you.
Yeah.
Your family members are relying on that. You are a breadwinner to many. So what happens, when you lose that job that is putting food on your table and to, many others, to go and pursue a hobby, that is not really going to pay off almost immediately, right?
Yeah.
So yes, I think the cap of the whole story is that you transition gradually, into your new career. So I would have said we should take one more question, but then there's a question here that I think is for the Gen Zs, right? So let us take it before we take the final question, right? So the question here says, is it okay not to have a clear career plan in my 20s? Is it okay? Is it a problem? Is it a big challenge if I don't have a clear career plan in my 20s? Yeah, please.
All right,
Please, Mr.
all right. It is absolutely okay. In fact, now your first time with this. You never go there before. It is okay not to have a clear career path. What we are saying in essence is, in your 20s, lots of ideas still comes to your head. You want to be a dancer, you want to be a musician, you want to go into tech, you want to be a TikToker.
You want to be a TikToker,
Lots of things are popping into your head from here, and your parents are blaring from this other end. You must be a medical doctor, you must be a lawyer, you must be an engineer. While you're fancy, so lots of things you may not have a
traditional professions.
But what I would say to you is to build up a solid foundation.
Okay.
Build up a foundation where you understand. That's why I think skills are transferable. In your 20s, you are passionate about engineering. Build a strong foundation in engineering. Tomorrow, if you are moving from engineering to software development, you already have basic foundation. So from your passion, transferring your passion into skills. So all I would advise according to you, the Gen Zs in their 20s would be build up a strong foundation, even if you don't have a clear path yet. Build good foundation, be outspoken, listen to good information, listen to new ideas, welcome all, filter while building up your foundation.
Welcome all. Filter.
You straighten up as the time goes.
Good. I like your advice. Welcome all. Then you filter and then you select.
You build.
Yes, you build. Yeah. Oh, great. Mr. Ben David, do you have an advice? Something you want to add? We are talking about the Gen Zs. They will come for you. Yes.
Yeah, it's okay to actually learn to
not have a clear, set out career plan in the 20s. Okay.
Like it takes time.
It takes time. The 20s are a time of exploration. Where you have to check out this, try out that, fail at some trials, succeed at some, make your choices,
get your wins.
Exactly, gather your experiences, and then, grow from there to know how you are going about that. Great. These are very wonderful responses, and I hope that our listeners are getting a whole lot from there. If you are just tuning in, to Unica Radio International 103.5 FM, the radio station that offers you education beyond barriers. This is the Careerxhub Show. Here we are empowering students and non-students for career success. And this show is brought to you by the Directorate of the Career and Student Support Services in the University of Calabar. Of course, through the Careerxhub. And today we have been talking about exploring diverse career paths. And we'll just take one last question before we round off the show. The final question. Somebody say dun dun dun. Right. So the final question on the show today would be, should I prioritize money or passion? So someone is asking,
That's a big one.
in this kind of economy, in this economy that is not smiling so much, should I put passion first or money first? Right? So you are experts. I believe that our listeners would like to learn from your experience. So let's begin with Mr. Victor.
Man, that question. But ideally, I would say you should strike up a balance between
Okay.
both of them.
Okay.
You shouldn't take up too much of the pursuit of money, living passion, else you might still end up losing. But when you strike a balance, I mean, when your passion meets your financial needs,
Okay.
like I cited earlier, you are a TikToker and TikTok pays you enough to meet your financial needs. You are doing what you love and it's still meeting up finance. But when you are a TikToker and you have less than 1,000 views and you are not being paid and you are not doing something, seriously, who pays the bills?
Yeah.
So I would say ideally you should strike up a balance.
Strike up a balance. Great, great. You know, talking about TikTok, it just occurred to me. I remember that just of recent, I've been trying to, try out the TikTok and how it works and all. I tried out live streaming and all, and then I discovered that, I have less than 1K followers, but somehow TikTok started like dropping some, little coins, as a way of paying me. But then I've not been able to keep up with that. Like, why? Because it is not something I'm very passionate used to. I'm used to office work.
Okay.
I'm used to.
That is just your past.
Yes. So it's something that I just want to do. I decide, just for financial stability. You understand?
Yeah.
So, but then I'm used to work. I'm very passionate about the work I do. And maybe I will just find a way to balance it, just like you've said. Taking your advice, I'll find a way to balance it. Perhaps put my work, see what part of my work I can use for live streaming and all of that on TikTok. Wisdom. Right? All right. So, Mr. Ben David, you have something to say, maybe your final words, as a way of your final words. And so, around whether we should prioritize money or passion.
I agree with both of you. You should just balance the whole thing. We need money, but still our passion. It's our passion, something you love doing. So you can just find your passion. You can find the passion or build your passion while you're also looking for a way to meet your financial needs. So
yes. So while you are trying to pursue financial stability, you can and you should, find a way to balance your passion and, your finances. That way you would enjoy what you are doing while you're making ends meet, right?
yeah.
So we will call it a day. It's a wrap on the Careerxhub Show that is brought to you by the Directorate of Career and Student Support Services of the University of Calabar, through the Careerxhub. And it's been a wonderful time on the show. I believe that you have learned just like we have learned, right? Now, if you would like to reach out to us, the Careerxhub or the Career Services Center, in the University of Calabar, our office is located in the old Faculty of Law building, first floor, left wing. Otherwise, you might want to put a call across to our team. You can reach us via our hotline. So the hotline for the Careerxhub is 0810 858-5636. Again, our hotline for the Careerxhub is 0810-858-5636. I hope that you were able to copy that. Otherwise, feel free to reach out to our office in the University of Calabar in the old Faculty of Law building, like I've mentioned earlier. Meanwhile, you can also message the Unica Radio if you have a hotline. We'll be glad to reach out to you and help guide you on different aspects of your career journey. Until we meet again on Tuesday, same time, same station. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.